Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Mandem United Podcast on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by JV and myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. First and foremost, JV, what you saying? You good?
Yeah, man, good. You know me, fam.
Yeah, I
Good,
hear that.
good.
Better than we was after the Arsenal game. Anyway, I'll tell you that much. That proper deflated me, but we're going to get into all of that. We are going to get into all of that, but I'll say this all the time. How I start every podcast, we really appreciate the support. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who is supporting. We really appreciate that. Make sure if you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, it's very important. You hit the like button, share it across all your socials, hit the subscribe button as well, and click the notification bell. And you lot be listening because our views continue to go up. So we really appreciate it. Shout out Faris. He's already in there. He says, smash a like, people. Hope you man are blessed. Shout out to Faris. Salute to Faris each and every time. I think I made you a mod as well, Faris. I think you are a mod. I've made a few people mods now, so we got 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? Lauren says, yo. Yes, Lauren, what you saying? You good? Faris also says, thanks for making me a mod. My pleasure. Nah, man, you're welcome. You support. You earned that. You know what I'm saying? You earned that. You feel me? Like, you earned that. So that's why you're a mod. Emmanuel here says, from Toronto. All the way from Canada. Okay. All right, let's go, man, all the way from the 6 and that, yeah? Maple Leaf and that, okay, let's go in it. Omar Mali also says, I'm always here, broskis. That's big facts. You are always here. Georgiev's big up, people. Salute to Georgiev. Okay, where do we kick it off? You know what? We'll kick it off with the title of this video, which is if Ollie a gunner if United lose to Everton. So JV, I'll let you kick it off.
Oh boy, it's one of them, innit? One sec. I don't know. Right. Is he going to be? Probably not. Should he be? Yes, that's without question. But I've seen a lot of the OLE in. You know what? I'll be real.
Go on.
JB got great views. Thank you very much. I'll be real, yeah. I've seen the OLE in. The OLE in, Mandem, I've been going hard on Twitter the last 24 hours. Man, I've been doing bare homework. Every OLE in man has just turned into Statman Baines. Shout out Statman Baines. But the OLE in gang are coming for your Statman, fam. They're just producing bare stats over the past 24 hours. Like, so it's one of them, innit? Like, I'm seeing man comparing his first 100 games to Fergie, comparing his first 100 games to Klopp, you know what I'm saying? And it's out of context. If you want to compare a man's first 100 games, beg you, check this one out. This is where I'll crush it all. Compare his first 100 games. Yeah, you get me. Check this. That's going on a shirt. I'm telling you.
Definitely. That should be the name of your YouTube channel. But continue. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. But this is where I might need to get the context right. If you're going to show me the first 100 games, yeah. Show me the list of players at his disposal in those first 100 games.
True.
You show me that. Because that will stop a lot of this Olliness straight away. You know what I'm saying?
I love how you hear Olliness.
Yeah, it's not Olliness, fam. Olliness. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're almost as your comeback's almost as half-hearted as the man you're trying to back. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them for me. Yeah. This is the thing. This is what people are not getting. Yeah, he has won. Yeah, his win percentage might be better than some managers in their first 100 games. And this and that. But what people are not realizing is, I'd say, honestly, I can't remember a game that he's played where I don't think we've not stood a chance from kickoff. And
I know you're being serious. I know you're being serious. Go on, fam. Go on.
No, I'm trying to say is we've had a chance in every game he's managed. Yeah. He has been the one who's messed it up.
No, but the reason why I laughed at that is because that goes to show you rate the players at his disposal, which I've said time and time again. These players are nowhere near as bad as they get made out to be. There's no way a striker like Martial should be being questioned the way he is. If Martial played for any other Premier League for any other Premier League team, we're talking about him in a whole different light. But because he plays for Manchester United, not only does that add more pressure, number two, he's playing under an incompetent manager. Sorry to cut you off, but continue. And everyone, the numbers just spiked up. Hit the like button if you are here right now. Please share it across all your socials. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City YouTube. Go on, fam, continue.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, bro, like, you've got to keep it in context. Do you get me? That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. Like, Ollie, like, trust me, it's not like we've not got to, like, all right, then, you know what? I'm lying, sorry. One game where we've played with him and I thought we don't stand a chance here is them 2 legs when we had Barca.
You know what? That being said, we played well, if I remember correctly, when we went away to them. We had chances and messed up. We had a couple
in like the first 5 minutes. Yeah. 5, 10, 15 minutes. We were on top. You know what I mean? But that's just because of the caliber of team we was against. Why I'm thinking that, because it's like going to the new camp. You know what? To tell a lie, we played good against them at home. Do you get what I mean? But when it was like, things like going to the new camp, and it's just like, yeah, I know what's coming here, type of thing. So you know what? I'll take that back. But there's not a game in it. Even given Liverpool's dominance over us, not over the league. Sorry, recently. Every Northwest derby, as they like to call it, with Liverpool, I've never thought, oh, we're getting one here. Do you know what I mean? Every time we play City, I'm more than up for it against City, and that's shown in our past results with City. It's one of them with the City game. It can go either way, but you kind of know from how the game starts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the players are going to get up for it. That's why I don't worry about a Manchester City. Yes, the Liverpool game. Remember all the years United dominated. Look at our record at Anfield when they didn't have good teams, but they would give us a game, and sometimes they would roll us over. When Fergie turned around and said, "This game away at the game against Liverpool away, the game at Anfield away to Liverpool is too big to lose now." So sometimes he would just go there and just shut up shop. And we talking we gave up a 3-0 lead there in our pump. You know what I'm saying? In our pump, that team was quality. It was Schmeichel, I think it was Bruce Pallister, Irwin, Neville, Keane, Ince, Giggs, Beckham. I can't remember who played up top. It might have been Andy Cole. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was York yet. It might have been one of them oldest. Like, go check. It's the game where Irwin, I think, either scored the free kick or the penalty. I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about, though. It was scored the equalizer. Yeah. But the numbers again have just spiked up. So if you are here, hit that like button as well. We're trying to get this to be one of our biggest shows. We appreciate that. And I'm going to get to some of the comments before JV continues and we continue on with the show. Omar Mali says, "Lol, I wish I was a mod." My apologies. I will make you a mod after this. I promise you, innit? Because you're always here. My apologies, because I can't make people mods unless you can do it when I'm on air. So I have to go back and watch the shows afterwards because the option's not there unless you lot tell me how to do it. Lauren Wood says, "Nah, he ain't gone because you'll beat Everton. Watch, we're gonna get into that." Emmanuel says, "This board won't even sack him if we lose 10.
Say your surname, man.
How'd you say that? Emmanuel, how do you say that, fam?
Don't remember. I'm gonna say it's Kwaji, but don't remember that player, Nigel Kwaji.
Is that that's Kwaji? Yeah, but his didn't have the R in it, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Emmanuel, it's fine, bro.
Emmanuel Kwashi. I just don't want to butcher people's names. I'm Paul Merson the thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to butcher people's names. That's all it is. Ollie should have been a gunner a long time ago. Yeah, facts. Johannes, is that Booge or Bug? Says, "Get Potchin, watch us to do a madness." Facts. He also says, "Are you Ollie in or Ollie out?" You're clearly new around here.
Yeah, you're new, bro.
You're clearly new. And we appreciate
I like that. Yeah,
I like that. But you're asking questions in it because regular watchers of this show will tell you, even though it's a new show, yes, I am Ollie out, and so is JV. That's what it is. Omar Melly says, Solskjaer has lost as many league games at Old Trafford this season as Mourinho did in his entire 16-17 and 17-18 seasons combined. Hope this helps. Yeah, the Ollie and merchants won't drop that stat though. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
They won't drop that stat. Georgiev says Olliness. Emmanuel Kwashi says most of his wins were like the Brighton game. Rama says, right, we got some new people in that. Salute to all the new people as well. Show Premier League records of Ollie to this date. Haha, no, because it's pathetic. I can't even argue with you. Georgiev says, yeah, listen to Georgiev. He says, keep liking the video, people. Costs nothing to like. Also share and subscribe to the channel. Facts. If Martial played Sunday, he would have been scapegoated like Paul Pogba was. We're going to get into that whole thing as well. Don't worry, man. This is going to be a long show, people. We're going to get into all of that. Lauren Wood also says, Martial is ice cold. Take him over Laka any day. Lauren, I bet you take yourself over Laka. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Like, and Sentiment FC says, man, like JV and flawless. Salute, G. Nah, I appreciate it. Like I said, we'll get to all the comments we can. And what I'm also going to do is, because the channel's can't be monetized yet, we're going to open up the Patreon, people. So that way, if you want to support the channel, because I had a couple of people ask me, I'll try to drop super chats. So we're going to open up the Patreon for you to ask us questions. And then me and JV will do Patreon episodes, you know, where we just answer the Patreon questions only. So we'll get that sorted. There you go. Something new for you. Trigger Kim. I like the name in it because that's what United need to do. Pull the trigger. The board is always giving United coaches time. He's had time, no. He's had time. Let's not when you're 100 games in, you've had time. Definitely, you've had time. But yeah, go on, JV. Back to the point about whether or not he will be sacked.
Yeah, he won't, man. All right, I'll put it to you like this as well. I don't think they will sack him. You know what? It's what it can go both. It can go one or two ways. I think they're very impressionable as well. I think they're very impressionable. I think if the media makes too much noise and it's too unbearable, they'll sack him. Yeah. I think that's how they operate. I don't think they'll sack him off their own back. I think if it gets too much, like, all right, then I'll put it to you like this. They are so lucky that there's not fans in the stadium. Because I think right now, that end of that game would have been toxic. That Arsenal game would have been absolutely like, you're getting sacked in. There would have been man doing all of that type of business.
I think, though, the Arsenal game, the Spurs game, the Crystal Palace game, that's free. That's free right there. And like I said, those performances, especially the last two, are the type of performances that get managers to sack. I've said this. When players go out like that, with just little to no fight. Spurs, even though they won 6-1, went phenomenal. You get what I'm saying? Arsenal weren't phenomenal. They did just enough. But we gave it to them. You get what I'm saying? We gave it to them. So yeah, he is. Ollie is very lucky.
That picture's fire.
Yeah. You man got the comments jumping. I'm not used to this and that. Hey, mods, make sure you're keeping an eye on the comments, please, and get everyone to share, like, all that good stuff, all the mods that are in there. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. That's what United need to do. I said that. Pull the trigger. You get what I'm saying? And that.
He says here, it's not working.
Emmanuel here says the board, not the board. He says, if Ollie's the luckiest guy, if this was Mourinho, and that is my main issue with the Ollie situation. If this was any other manager, apart from Ollie, the fan base, I think, would be 90% agreeing. But because it's Ollie, it's 50-50. Ollie in, Ollie out to me. I've said this for the longest. It's 50-50 down the middle. I think, pardon me, if you ask 4 United fans, 2 will say Ollie in and 2 will say Ollie out. I think so. It's a proper mixed bag. Look at the shows we're on. There's such a mixed bag of Ollie in, Ollie out. Not so much in the comments. The YouTube comments are ruthless. You hear me? When you got people like Ahmed in there, they're ruthless. But
Ahmed today, fam.
I think he commented. I think so. I'm not sure.
Pop up Ahmed, man.
Yeah. But Lauren made the point in terms of she doesn't think he'll be sacked because she thinks the players will respond. And I'm kind of getting to that, you know. That's my thinking on it. These players, you know what? This game is going to let us know 100% whether the players are done with him. Remember when Mourinho was playing against, it was the game against Newcastle, and Mourinho was in charge. And rumor had it, if Manchester United had lost, he was going to get sacked. And United were 2-0 down at halftime. We ended up winning 3-2. To me, this is that moment for him. Now we're going to find out if these players are really about it. We're going to find out if Ollie's good enough as a manager, number one. Like, because this is pressure situation. This is squeaky bum time right now. This game is squeaky bum time.
Do you know how mad it is though? Right. This is where it becomes almost poetic if he gets the sack. Yeah. Because are we at home or away?
Away, Everton.
Oh yeah, it's poetic, bro. Listen to me. It's poetry in motion.
I know where you're going. We're going.
What is one of his worst defeats ever? Like the standard was that Everton away game, wasn't it?
Yeah. You know why, fam? Because I was there.
Oh, you wasn't?
I was there. You know what I'm saying? It's even worse in person. I was there. Shout out my boy Deviant, because that's who I was with. I was there.
This is what I'm saying. So this is where it becomes almost poetic, because and ironic and all of them words there, because it's like his worst ever his worst ever match.
Yeah.
One of his worst ever matches, because you could probably argue that the Tottenham one's worst, but
Yeah.
one of his worst. That's possibly his worst away performance, because we tend to do good away. Do you get like at the bigger teams? We tend to do all right away at the bigger teams. That's probably his worst away performance. Like in terms of, he could have got sacked after that game, and no one would have. So he now has a catalogue of very bad games where the team capitulates. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've not seen a manager get away with so many teams so many games where your team actually capitulates and just dissolves. And so this is where I'll go through why it could be the time. Number one, De Gea, he was shocking on that day. Yeah. Although he's got a lot better since, they will be targeting him. They will be targeting him like crazy. Everton will be. This is just in case anyone's not getting where I'm going. Everton will be targeting him like crazy. Calvert-Lewin versus Maguire versus Lindelof. Set pieces. This is Ancelotti, you know. He's going to make sure they win as many set pieces as possible. I won't be surprised. Check this one out. I'm going to throw something left field here. I won't be surprised. If Bolasie fit, I won't be surprised if he plays. Do you know why? Because he'll win them free kicks. Yeah.
Fair point. You're making valid points. Keep going, family. Keep going.
He'll win them free kicks. I think Rodriguez is injured, if I'm right. If I'm right in thinking Rodriguez is injured.
He didn't play against Newcastle. That is correct. I don't know if he's going to be fit for this. I'm sure people in the comments will tell us. Go on.
He might. Well, depending on the extent of the injury, he's injured. Although I think even if he's not, Sigurdsson will still be whipping in them free kicks the same way. He'll still be Sigurdsson is always dangerous against us, even from Swansea fam. Yeah, so he'll be on job. You know, there's other players who have played well, but their midfield for me is worrying. I think it's low key one of the best midfields in the league. It's right up there in terms of.
It's definitely up there. You're not lying. It's definitely 1000%. Like, it can compete. I'm not saying it's better than it's not. I'm not saying it's the best in the league, but it can definitely compete against any of the ones in the league. Yes. Yeah,
I'll put it like that. Any you pick me any team toe to toe, that Everton midfield can compete, and on their day can better them. I honestly believe that. And he's just got them playing a certain way. I've realized now what our struggle is. We struggle against teams who have a really thorough game plan. Like I think we struggle against teams.
Sorry to cut you off, i.e. Arsenal, who came with a game plan.
Yeah.
That's a prime example. Yeah, I'm just giving you your props, fam. That's a prime example. We literally just seen that on the weekend. We literally just seen that. Go on, continue.
I'd say even Brighton. I'd say Palace. These are teams who, don't get it wrong, that's not how Arsenal plays every game. That's not how Brighton play every game. Wow, man, just cut me like that.
Sorry, fam. I cut you off by accident. Sorry, my bad. My apologies, yo. I was moving across. My bad. Laptop's moving slow. Go on, continue. My bad.
That's cool. I'm saying, like, I thought it was my Wi-Fi then for a second. Ready to go mad at the kids and tell them to get off the PlayStation. Yeah, so you know, like your Arsenal games, your Palace, your Brighton, many games that we've played before. These teams have realized they've got United coming next week or in a few weeks, and they've worked on something. This is, and that's the exact type of team and manager which we're going to come up against in Everton and Ancelotti. On a normal day, Everton's a hard match for us.
Yes, even under a Moyes, so under someone the caliber of Ancelotti, with the caliber of players they have, your Allens, Rodriguez if he's fit, Calvert-Lewin in form, Decore, good operator in the midfield, Sigurdsson you mentioned, Andre Gomez. Like, don't get it twisted. I still think United should win the game, but going to Goodison's never an easy thing, and especially under this pressure. This is the most pressure Ollie's been at. I think since he's been at the club. And he's been under immense pressure for a long time. Like, no, actually, that's wrong. Not for a long time, but he's had moments where he's been under immense pressure. But I said this all the time about Ollie. He's always 3 or 4 bad results away from being under immense pressure. And we're here now. The Chelsea game, the Arsenal game, and we here. You get me? We here. That's what it is. Obviously, you add in the Spurs game, the Crystal Palace game, but you had Leipzig and Newcastle in between them. You get what I'm saying? Gonna try and get to some of the comments and that. Yeah, Freddie. Yeah, I'll let you pronounce that surname because I can't pronounce that. But Freddie says get the likes up.
Freddie Kitengi.
There we go. Freddie Kitengi. I just want to apologize to anyone if I do butcher your surname. It's not personal. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Ahmed here says, man, my laptop. You see that? You lot got my laptop moving slow. JV Flawless Ollie is that brethren that you know when it's time to leave your yard, he overstays his welcome. You might know exactly what I mean. You always case. Jeremiah Ojan, my guy. This is what I don't like. Why can't they both be a problem? So he says here, no more sacking managers, man. He's like, no more sacking managers, man. Other fans should be focusing on the board. Why can't it be both? They all the enemy to me. They all the enemy to me. Go on.
I'll be perfectly honest, yeah. And I do believe this. I believe with a proper director of footballing, some proper backroom staff, and a different board, I think Ollie may be able to do a little bit better, but he's still not going to be what we need. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I agree with that. I've said that. Yes, I've said that.
He may be able to do a bit more because there is times like, let's not get it twisted. There's great managers, but you need a great number two, innit? You need a great assistant and coaches. There's many a times Fergie would have been, I'm sure Fergie's even said it. There's many a times he would have been doing something and Carlos Queiroz would have been like, but 1 second, I've seen this and this and this.
Yes.
Big, oh, right, okay, yeah, okay, we'll try that. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no mystery as to why when Brian Kidd left us, we went out, everything went blending. And then man appeared at City 10 years later. No, not even 10 years, bro, like 15, nearly 20 years later, and was winning things with them. Do you get what I'm saying? That's no surprise. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nope.
That's no you can't say, oh, that's due to this man or due to that man. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not due to chance. That's due to him being a good number two. You need a good number two. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes I feel for him because he don't get me wrong, he is inadequate, but he would actually be able to do more. He's got no one to fall back on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
he can't even.
He's inadequate, and then like I always say, he is in the worst possible situation with the coaches he has around him, with Ed Woodward above him, with the owners above him. I say this all the time. I feel for him, but even if he had great coaches, Ed Woodward was gone and somebody came in who could do that job and we had better owners, I still don't believe he is the man to take Manchester United back to the top. I always do give him credit for what he's done with this squad. I like this squad a lot. And this is what frustrates me even more is because you've improved the squad, but results are getting worse. Yes. How does that work? You've improved the squad. The squad is better. Like, there's no doubt in that whatsoever. I think 99.9% of Manchester United fans like the team. And this is why we get even more frustrated. I say this all the time, and I'm going to say this again. How do you have Bruno, Pogba, Donny, Cavani, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, and can't create on a consistent basis? How do you have all that attacking talent and can't create?
You know what? I'll take it to another angle.
Go on.
Yeah? Because he didn't buy all of them, man, yeah? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But you bought Tellez. I know he's new, but you bought Tellez. You bought Maguire. You bought Wan-Bissaka, and we all know that you love Lindelof dearly. You can't get a tune out of these man. That's more worrying.
All I will give him to his credit, defensively, he sorted it out recently. I give him his credit on that. That's one thing I give Ollie for. Recently, defensively, United have been fine.
But here's the thing. Within defensive, check this. This is where apart from, see, I don't really like to count the Newcastle game because I think they just capitulated. I think on another day that could have been a 1-0. Do you get what I mean? How many other games do you get 3 goals in the last 5 minutes or whatever it was, 7, 8, 9 minutes? So I'd say, all right, then it's worked for him against certain teams, but being too defensive has then probably cost him attacking wise. Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah, so like you've added an extra man to your defense in terms of not in terms of, you know, it's not like he's playing 5 at the back, but you see where he's got McTominay and Fred now. That's 2 defensive players. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying. But
So,
the thing is with that, if you're going to play a back four with 2 defensive players, then get the most out of your attacking players. Ancelotti, even though someone said in the comments, yeah, he's lost 2 on the bounce with Everton. He plays with a back four. Okay, their fullbacks are more attacking, but they play in a better system. But he plays in a back four. He plays a back four with 2 defensive players. He plays Allen and Decore in there. You get what I'm saying? But he still gets a tune out of his attacking players. And Everton's attacking players are not the caliber of Manchester United players. You know what I'm saying? Rodriguez, yeah, I give you. No one's going to tell you that. And I wax lyrical about Dominic Calvin-Lewandowski, but he's no Martial. To me, you know what I'm saying? He's not a Rashford, you know, but you can't get a tune out of these, man. Sigurdsson's not a Donny. Andre Gomez is not a Bruno. Richarlison's not a Pogba, even though they play different. I'm just weighing up the options, but yet he can get a tune out of them. You know what I mean? Man's got Calvert-Lewin in double figures already. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, fam. And this is why I'm trying to say with my man, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I've made the point. There is times where he probably does need a good number 2 or another coach. And you know what? When I'm actually sat here thinking about what I've just said, there may actually be a chance that he could then develop because of he's got the right environment. Maybe. Yeah. But what I'm telling you is what he is doing still isn't good enough. So what he's doing is still not good enough for me to warrant that he is good enough to be our manager. It's like, and I bring this back to the original point. People are forgetting that the match is what he's lost. Yeah, a lot of the matches what Ole's lost.
Back in 1 sec, fam. Keep going.
He could have done something about. Get at me in the comments and tell me a match what we've lost where he's not been able to do. I said, right, Richarlison is better than Rashford. Get out of here, man. Not hearing it. You're not being serious. You tell me a match here where we've been so severely outclassed from the get-go. It's not. It's always been the case of it starts going bad and he doesn't react. There's barely matches where we get outclassed from 0 minute to the 90th minute. Even in the Tottenham game, we lost 6-1. We were winning 1-0. Do you get what I'm saying? We were winning 1-0. Do you get what I'm saying? Right, 1 second. And I need to get this to man for a long time.
Go on, fam.
This 13 years thing with Ole is irrelevant, bro. It's like me saying, all right, now I'll put it to you like this.
Go on.
If someone had like 6 years experience at League 2 level, yeah, and then become a manager at Championship level and then Premier League, them League 2 they count, but they don't really count for a lot once you get to the Premier League. Once you get to the Premier League, that doesn't really count. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's many a man who've managed in them lower leagues, but once you get to the Premier League, that doesn't really do you any justice. Let's get it real, because the level's gone up. Do you get what I'm saying? The level's gone up. So them tactics that you were employing in League 2 don't matter when you get to the Prem.
My Don King of the Hill, shout out JG. Make sure you go subscribe to King of the Hill TV. Makes a valid point here. He said Ole gets compared to Arteta and Lampard, but the difference is he's been a manager for 10 years. And this is what I'm saying. Even though Ole's not had experience at the highest level, he still, the skills should be transferable. If you've been a manager, you should be able to manage. If you manage, say for instance, you manage a Nike store, just a small Nike store. If you then go and manage a Nike warehouse, yes, you might struggle with the Nike warehouse, but some of the skills are transferable. You should be at least familiar. You get what I'm saying? Because you're still doing the same thing. Managing's managing, whether you're managing Saturday League or you're managing in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? The skills cross over. You still have to manage people. You still have to have tactics. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you get things that you don't get normally if you're at Saturday League, like dealing with the press, and the pressure's different. Yes. But it seems like none of the skills have crossed over whatsoever. Like you've not learned just being there for 10 years.
1 second. This is what I'm trying to say to man. What do you think he would have learned in at Mold, bro? Now let's be really honest. What would he have learned at Mold?
You know what he would have learned, fam? Just managing, like tactics.
Not really. I don't even think so, because you
don't think he learned tactics there, fam? Come on now. You telling me you don't think he had tactics there? You reckon he just put players out on the pitch and there was no instruction going on? For 10 years.
No,
He's been
right.
doing this. You reckon he's just been winging it? Yeah, go on.
I reckon. All right. Look how, like, there's people who want to talk about mold and this, and that.
Hey, one
Man
sec.
don't know what
Hey,
the Norwegian league is like.
Yo, one sec, fam. If you lot stop, don't be arguing in the comments, yeah? Like, obviously, go back and forth with comments, but don't be arguing, telling each other to shut up and that. Because man will just remove anyone who's no beef over here, you get me, in the community and that. Keep it all civil. That's all I'm saying. Keep it civil and that. Me and JV get into it, but we keep it civil. Keep it civil. Go on, JV.
This is what I'm trying to say to man, yeah. And this is where people might understand or they might not. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you're in a league where you're absolutely dominant. Right? You're better than everyone else. Yeah. So he's probably doing what he was doing at mold. He's probably transferring those skills now. These are his mold skills. This is what man are not getting. Because your team's way better.
You make a valid point still.
Your team's way better. So he's doing the same things now.
Let me respond to that then. So what you just mentioned there about him being at mold and being better than everyone else. It's not the same because they had Real Madrid, but was Pep like that with Barcelona?
No.
With certain teams he had. Go on.
1 second. You know why I'll say no? Because the Pep thing is a bit void. Yeah? Because man's grew up at Barcelona. Yeah?
Fair point. That's a fair point.
Don't get me wrong. Oli was our thingy manager, yeah? Was our reserve manager. But he didn't go off somewhere and then lose what he learned. And if he would have stayed as our reserve manager for how many years, brought through certain players and that, and then when he gets the chance at the first team, it's different. Do you get what I'm saying? What you've got to imagine is see what he's doing in mold, bro. It's the same things he's doing now. It just works.
You make a valid point. Still, he could be. It's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility.
You know why I'm backing it? Because you literally see him, yeah. And there's no urgency. And do you know why? Do you know why there's no urgency? As much as I attribute it to 99, there's no urgency because he thinks everyone's going to do what he used to do. No, there's no urgency because when he's there watching mold and they're losing, yeah, you can sit there and watch mold losing till the 85th minute. Someone's probably going to score, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and just one thing, Stefan, I wasn't comparing the Norwegian league to the Liga. I was just playing devil's advocate and asking the question, could that be applied? That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, go on, JV.
Yeah, and I've seen someone talk about Graham Potter and this and that. Man, have to understand, yeah, these are men who have gone through, yeah, with all right, then this is how I'll crush everything, yeah, with the OLE thing and his career. These are men who have had to go and learn to do this and
learn the trade.
Learn their trade and do this and do that and do this and do that. Every opportunity what Ollie's got has got because he is OLE. Check that one out.
That's true. I agree with that. If you look at his resume, look at his resume, it doesn't add up. When I'm gonna touch when you're done, I'm gonna touch on that as well in the terms of comparing to Fergie and Klopp. Yeah, go on.
This is what I'm literally trying to say. People don't understand. He literally got the mold job because he played for him and he's a legend in Norway. Do you know what I mean? Come on, it's like if Beckham or someone like that, you know what I mean? I'm saying just as someone of that caliber, maybe not him as a person, turned around at a certain point and said, I want to be United manager. It would get considered. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying get the job straight away. It will get considered. But then in a league like Norway, yeah, man's the only thingy, bro. You name me another Norwegian legend, bro. John Carew.
Yeah, fam.
John Carew. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Flo.
Like I said, we are trying to get to the comment. Sorry, Andre Flo.
That's about it. So that's why he's got that one. Yeah, he got the Cardiff one because he's already big in this country from United. Do you get what I'm saying? And then he got the reserve job because he's OLE. Do you get what I'm saying? And then he got our job because he's OLE. He's not had to work to get anywhere because if his jobs were done on merit, he wouldn't be nowhere because they'd look at his past results and go, oh, well, no, actually, no, you can't be. Do you know what I'm saying? Man would say, oh, no, you can't be. Yeah, Graham Potter was at Östersund, but Graham Potter probably sat and learned for years. You only know Graham Potter now. Do you get what I'm saying? He probably sat and learned for years, bro. Graham Potter probably sat and learned for years before he got a opportunity. And I bet you his first management opportunity
wasn't Brighton.
Was it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not brand.
What I'm saying is, it wouldn't have been the equivalent to Ollie's, where he's managing the best team in his country, in his native country, or he's managing a Premier League team in his second job, or you're managing one of the best teams ever in your third job. You get what I'm saying? So that's my point. What I'm trying to say. Everyone else, a lot of these other managers have learned. Do you get what I'm saying? You could even argue Lampard. You could even argue that Lampard's audition was the Derby job. Do you get what I'm saying? That was his Chelsea audition.
He's had some form of experience at that type of level. Like the mold to Manchester United is the biggest jump I think I can think of in terms of management. I don't think anyone else has jumped for that. You get what I'm saying? In terms of, you look at Klopp, someone mentioned it here, Klopp went from Dortmund to Liverpool. Yes, it's a big jump, but there's nowhere near. From the Bundesliga to the Premier League is nowhere near as a bigger jump as the Norwegian League to the Premier League. You get what I'm saying?
You see, all right then, I'll put it to you like this. At the time when Klopp went to Liverpool, you could maybe argue, no, not even argue, that was a level, that wasn't a jump, that wasn't a drop. That was level playing field.
Well, a drop. When I say level, in terms of course, I'm saying, yeah, Dortmund were ahead in terms of where they of success on the pitch, but I'm talking about the overall pressure. Like Klopp's under, as soon as he comes to Liverpool, the pressure's more than it was at Dortmund, because you're not numero uno. Like if he doesn't win the league, if he spends all this money for Liverpool and hadn't won the league yet, he's under immense pressure. People were at his neck already. You get what I'm saying? He had to be successful. Whereas Dortmund, if he didn't win the league every year, it's not considered a failure. Like, you could be fine at Dortmund, you get what I'm saying, winning them one league. And someone said he saved Mainz from relegation as well. So that's added to his resume as well. He has things on his resume. He has records on his resume. You get what I'm saying? Ali Abfavo says, Flawless and JV, would you swap Wan-Bissaka for a bad man fullback who can go forward, play quick passes and whip crosses in? See, this is why I don't like Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not a problem at Manchester United. But because the manager is so bad, it makes the players look worse than what they are. Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be a successful fullback at Manchester United because he has defensively, he has all the qualities, and offensively, he can get better. Number one, by training, and two, if you play him in a system, he would look better going forward because you mask his deficiencies. He shouldn't be the first outlet on the right hand side. If we had a right winger who was occupying left backs, Aaron Wan-Bissaka could just overlap all the time. Right. Yes, Trent. One sec, just one last thing. Trent is an incredible player. I think going forward as a fullback, absolutely immense. But there's a reason he looks so much better for Liverpool than he does for England. Because Liverpool, he's playing in a system, number one, and number two, he has Salah on that side, who occupies and takes away the attention. Go on, JV.
All right, I'll put it to you like this, Ali. Yeah. So all right then. So you'd rather a bad man fullback who can go forward, play quick passes and whip crosses in. So what happens when he needs to defend? Wan-Bissaka's first job is a defender, bro.
Yes.
So don't fall into the hype of thinking you need to be one of these teams who has ultra attacking fullbacks. It's a very big thing what you need in today's game, but it's not vital. It's not vital. If it fits your game plan, then yeah, it is vital. But don't fit our game plan. What people are not realizing is, man can say what they want about Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka his job is a defender, and he's probably, check this, his job is a defender. He's the best defender we have. Wan-Bissaka is the best defender we have. There you go, point blank. People seem to have, I've realized, and I don't even know what the reason is. I have a thought, but I don't even want to go there. But it seems to me that Wan-Bissaka gets a lot more hate than someone like Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw is a shadow of a player that Wan-Bissaka is. The mistakes what Wan-Bissaka made for a small period between the end of last season and maybe one or two games this season is what Luke Shaw has been doing for years. Like, you could say Wan-Bissaka's probably done that for about 6 games. Luke Shaw's done this for about 6 years. Do you get what I'm saying?
Without question.
So, I don't like this whole Wan-Bissaka thing, gauging Wan-Bissaka.
I don't like it. KG says from King of the Hill TV, like I said, make sure you go subscribe. Oh yeah, before we kick on as well, we got 46 people watching. Everybody hit the like button on this video right now, share it across your socials, and subscribe to the channel. When we finish this video, the sub should have gone up. There should be hella likes on this, etc., etc. He says, what Ollie accomplished to even get the United job baffles me. Yeah, because it was off emotion. That's why he got the job. That's
I'm telling you, bro.
It was off,
Him sticking out that leg in 99 got him that job, bro. Telling you, bro. Telling you.
Facts. You're not lying.
All right then. One second. Stefan saying, to be fair, JV, every successful European team has 2 attacking fullbacks. Yes, they have the system for it though. That's what you're not understanding, Stefan. I'm not saying you don't need it. I'm saying if you have the system, then it's fine. If you don't have the system, you can't do it. I'm telling you right now, if we went out now and we got all right, then we had one in Dallo. Look at what Dallo's doing at AC Milan now. The man know this, or the man watch football or not? Look at Dallo at AC Milan now. Why is Dallo flying at AC Milan? Why is he flying, bro? Why? Why has he got goals and assists? Why? Because he's got a system. Because he's got a system. And that's like AC Milan, who everyone wants to say a flop to dead out. He's still got a manager who's got him with a system so he can play that way. Dallo could not play that way for us because there'll be no one to cover him. There'll be no one to occupy players for him. What people don't understand is Wan-Bissaka plays right back, right midfield, and right wing for us. Yeah, he plays right back, right midfield, and right wing. Watch a game, bro. He plays all 3 positions. You shouldn't see. I don't care what anyone says. Your right back should never really be at the byline. Your right back should never be at the byline, crossing into the box. He should never be having to swing a crossing before the ball goes out for a corner or for a goal kick.
And also having to take on one guy or take on 2 men. A lot of the time, he's trying to beat a man to cross the ball in. Like, why is he trying to do this? I mean, this is constant as well.
This is why I know, that a lot of people don't watch football from an understanding point of view. I don't watch football from a judging point of view. I watch football trying to understand what's going on. When I watch United, I can visibly see that Wan-Bissaka is doing at least 2 or 3 people's jobs on that pitch. He plays, I've said it before, he plays right back, right midfield, and right wing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, literally, you tell me the top left backs, they don't cross from the line. And when I say from the line, I don't mean out wide. I mean from the keepers, from where you're basically level with the keeper, try to put in a cross into the box to your left or your right. I think you're about to say it. Then Trent does it from deep. Do you get what I'm saying?
A lot of the time, Trent does it from deep. Yes. I just want to comment on this because Lauren here says, has Tunzebi gone into hiding? Where is man? He was out for 10 months, to be honest, number 1. Number 2, I know you just try to get your troll on. And number 3, it's like defensively United have actually been okay. But I presume he will come back. He'll play either against Istanbul or Everton. I can see him playing one of those 2 games, definitely. And I like Dallo. On the Dallo point, I was a fan of his, still am. He has a skill. He has a step over and he's got a good cross, but for whatever reason, Ollie don't seem to like it.
Bro, have you seen his assist in his last game?
I haven't seen his assist now.
Man's playing, I'll explain it to you. Man's playing left back, Man's done it. He's playing left back where he never got a game for us, but okay. Playing left back, does a man, and then crosses the ball with the outside of his right foot on the left wing, Quaresma style. Remember Quaresma, bro? He used to do that outside of his right foot. Like that, bro. Outside of his right foot on the left wing, around the players into the box for a tap in. And I'm watching that and I'm saying, you're telling me you didn't play this man. Do you get what I'm saying? You're telling me you didn't give this man enough of a chance. And this is what I'm trying to say, This is my problem. People will say, Glazers this, that. They don't know. I've said this before. They don't know what a 4-4-2 is. You tell the Glazers 3-5-2. You know what I'm saying? They say, what's that? What's that? You know what I'm saying? 3-4-3, 4-4-2. They don't know what you're talking about, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? They're probably thinking, what's this? Card numbers. They're probably trying to, is this a bank? Is this a bank number? You know what I'm saying? They're probably thinking, what's this? My security code? You know what I'm saying? Man just said to them 4-4-2 now. They don't know. They're not the ones who are making late
people. Yeah, they're not
the ones who are not playing, man, who are letting Angel Gomez go on freeze. You know what I'm saying? But you got Phil Jones on contracts for life. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They let Angel Gomez go on a free, but got Phil Jones on contract for life.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, man. This is what I'm trying to say. Man like Dallo,
That's typical.
Man like Dallo, is a player, bro. Like, all right, then. For me, it even makes sense. There's times last season where there's games and it's like, I would have played Dalot ahead. I don't mean ahead of Wan-Bissaka in terms of instead of him. I mean literally in front of him on the pitch. For me, them two are the perfect blend.
Yes, as a winger, you can definitely play as a winger or a wing back, definitely. Lewis Kirk says, make me a mod. Lewis, I will do that. But I don't know how to do it when we're live on air, so I'll have to watch back the show. I did look for your name, but I couldn't find it when it popped up on the live chat for some reason when I was watching the show back. But you're right. And I can hear Zahid Khan is talking about 50 million for players that can't cross the ball. The thing is, Wan-Bissaka can cross. Can he cross well on a consistent basis? No. But can he cross a football? Yes, because we've seen him get assists. We've seen him get assists.
I'm trying to say. All right, then. What was my man's name? Getting back up. Zahid.
Oh, yeah. Zahid Khan. Shout out Zahid Khan. Make sure you've liked as well. Yeah,
Zahid. Why is it that people forget what someone does? Yeah. I've seen him cross an absolute peach of a ball for Martial to score a header against Thingy last season.
Chelsea.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Against Chelsea last season. Yeah. Oh. What I'm trying to say to people is, man say, oh, Wan-Bissaka can't do this, Wan-Bissaka can't cross. Bro, he's having to do 3-man's jobs. Do people not understand? Zahid, I beg you, run 100 meters and cross the ball at the end. Do that for me 10 times and tell me Wagwan. Do you get what I'm saying? Tell me Wagwan.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I don't think we should have got rid of Dalot, but it is what it is. But yeah, serious Akuma, man's got that professional beard. Big up Zahid. I was gonna say that beard is, if that's you, Zahid, that beard is A1. And I wish I could grow a beard like that. That is A1. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give you your props. Azteca says, hey, salute to Azteca also. But yeah, this is what I want to go on to. So I've seen this pop up today. I don't know where, because it's Ollie's 100th game and people were comparing Ollie first 100 games to Fergie's first 100 games and Klopp's first 100 games. And I touched on this earlier, but now I'm going to touch on this in more depth. The reason why you can't do that is because because Klopp and also Fergie were given more time because what they have done previously. This is what happens when you go and apply for a job, a new job. I'm talking regular, not even football. What do they ask for? A CV. Why do they ask for your CV? To see what you've done previously, because then they're going to guess off that. All right, if he did this, and this at them companies, he can now come and do this for us. This is why you have companies will ask for experience. Some take on without experience, but some it will say, we need an experienced such and such who's been doing this for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, etc., etc. And that's the reason why. The reason why Klopp was given time at Liverpool is because what he did in Germany. He won, not only so Dortmund, he elevated Dortmund as a club first and foremost, number one. Elevated them as a club. 2, won the Bundesliga title against the Bayern Munich side. Number 3, got them to a Champions League final. 4, they played good football and had a successful system, and it brought them success. So therefore, that's why the Liverpool owners looked at him and said, you can bring success here. And were they right? Yes, because what are Liverpool currently having now under Klopp, and arguably the best team in the league, and will probably win back-to-back league titles. That goes to show. Fergie won 2 Champions Leagues. Well, it was European Cups then, but I say Champions Leagues for the younger viewers. Won 2 Champions Leagues with Aberdeen, people. And also beat Celtic and Rangers to the Scottish League title, which is a big thing because they dominate that. That's what bought him time. If Ollie had came from Dortmund and won a league title there and had got to a Champions League final and was playing good football, I would not be Ollie out. If Ollie had won 2 Champions Leagues and a Scottish League title, I don't know how many Fergie won there, and a Scottish League title with Aberdeen, I would not be Ollie out, because in my thinking, I'm like, okay, you've done that in the past, so you can do that here. This is why when we got Mourinho, I'm like, you're going to bring us success, because success follows you around, because that's what your resume is. It's like, it's really that clear. It's really that clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really easy. It's really, really easy. Zahid, I would bring in Saeed, but we're going to bring him on. He'll be on the Sarcasm City Q&A on Friday. Friday night, I don't know what time Saeed will be on there. So there you go. Lauren Wood here says, bro, I got a better CV than Ollie. Yo, his CV does look plain long. You know what I'm saying? His CV does look plain. Go on, give us your thoughts on the comparison. How are you going to compare man to the GOAT? It's ridiculous. Do
you know how sick it is? Do you know why I'm going to just shut down people comparing that? I beg you, if you weren't even alive, don't try it. I beg you, if you weren't of age to watch football back then, don't even utter it from your mouth. Because number one, competitions are different. Number two, you know what I'm saying? Matt Fergie was playing in the Cup Winners' Cup, bro. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola Cup and all these. Bro, these competitions aren't the same, have different formats. Do you get what I'm saying? These competitions have different formats now. The Champions League was a bigger, longer competition back then as the European Cup. Do people know these things? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Do people even know about Aberdeen, bro?
Nah,
Aberdeen.
people don't know about Aberdeen. You know why?
Know.
You know why people don't know Aberdeen? Because I know people are younger than us, and Aberdeen was before our time. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That was the 80s, so it's before our time. So the fact that we don't know, people younger than us definitely have no idea. I've been schooled by people older than me. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, my pops, the older United fans who can tell me this, who seen this, who can tell me this guy won a European Cup. I think he won two European Cups with Aberdeen. What don't you get Aberdeen? You know what I'm saying?
And this isn't like Aberdeen were the top boys at that time. He took them and made them into the top boys. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And look how dominant, right? People can say what they want about the Premier League right now. I'm telling you, there's probably not a league in the world like more dominant than the Scottish League. Yes. Like the Scottish League gets dominated by one of them, either Celtic or Rangers, and they dominate that for they win at least 3. Like you know what you win over there? You win at least 2 leagues in a row. And if you do, that's kind of macca, bro. You more time it's like 4 or 5 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? Or the other one wins one for a bit and then you win another 4 or 3. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say. Our man's took a small team in Scotland, which is there's no equivalent over here to a small team in Scotland.
There is no, that's the thing is there's zero equivalent, and it's not like he was spending big money. There wasn't big money back then, so it's not like you said he's spending big money on top players.
Let's look at this comment. So PSG doesn't dominate. Yeah, with money, bro. By money. Yeah. That's why I'm saying there's no equivalent. Did PSG dominate that league before they got peas? Come on, man. Think about what I'm saying. Don't just throw it out there. Yeah. Don't just throw it out there. Think about what I'm saying. Yes. All right, then. Man is saying Juventus. Bro, Juventus, can still get beat. What I'm trying to tell you, man, about is, and this is why I think a lot of you don't even watch football or really know. Like, I just
want to say in the Juventus comment, though, when we talk about teams dominating leagues, but theirs hasn't translated to Europe. PSG's is not translated to Europe. Juventus hasn't translated to Europe.
That's what I was about to say.
These man, sorry to that. I didn't know you was gonna go there, but these haven't done that. Just because you dominate a league doesn't mean you can dominate Europe. That's where the difference is, and that was the levels of Fergie. Yes, Juventus can dominate leagues and win 6, 7 in a row. What did they do in Europe? Celtic for years won the Scottish League. What did they do in Europe? PSG with all the money. Arguably, I think that's the most expensive side ever assembled, if I'm correct. Still haven't won the Champions League. Been to one final. I've been past the quarterfinal once, I think, in like 6 years. So
that's what I'm trying to say. So the Scottish League.
I just want to say, keep liking the stream, people. We're on 50 likes. This is the most we've got live. Fact. So let's bust past 50 in it. I can't believe we got half a century of likes. Appreciate it. There's still 42 people watching. Make sure, and also as well, people, this is available as an audio only podcast. So wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City and it'll come up. So whether it's SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartMedia, Stitcher, wherever you listen to audios, just type in Sarcasm City, and this show and all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV will pop up. Yeah, go on, fam.
There you go. Yeah, this is my point, man. Like, please, people, like, if you're gonna comment on what I'm saying, like, let it marinate first, innit? You know what I'm saying? Let it season up in your brain first.
Yeah, we here for a while.
What I'm trying to say is, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, a man's done what he's done. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I keep getting distracted by comments. A man's done what he's done with Aberdeen. Yeah.
No worries, it's all good.
Broke the monopoly of Celtic and Rangers, which man need to understand. At them times, Celtic and Rangers were winning. Were not too long off winning. Not Rangers. Celtic were not too long off winning the thingy themselves, the Champions League themselves. Do you know that? Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to say. So it's not small teams. It's not Scottish football.
Check this comment. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Check this comment.
Yeah, it's true. And Bayern, he beat Bayern as well. He beat Bayern, that legendary Bayern team. He beat that Bayern team.
I forget that Fergie beat Real Madrid in Europe. Shout out Ahmed as well. Ahmed, and I agree with you. I know your comment. I'm sorry to cut you off about Dallo in terms of if Poch comes in. Yeah, I can see Poch bringing him back. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
here's the thing with that team, he beat that original Bayern Munich team. And when I say original, that was like with the original Muller. Like they've got a Muller now, but they had a bad boy Muller back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? They had a real bad man Muller back in the day. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say to man. There's levels. People just go off football now. And you know what? You might be able to just go off football now because that's all you know. Fair enough. But then don't comment on the past and then try and use the past to make a point about today if you don't know. See, like Aaron made this point on a show we watched ages ago. He said it when he went shout out Aaron United.
Yes. Oh yeah, we will be on there. I will be on there with him at 6:30. Make sure you go subscribe to Mr. Aaron United. You get what I'm saying? When we finish, we'll be immediately over there. We're going to continue.
Yeah. I think he said something like this. He went on MUTV that time and they were saying who's the best Irish player ever. And he said, "Oh, Roy Keane." And everyone's going mad, like, "Wow, how can you not say George Best?" Saying, "I've not seen him." Do you get what I'm saying? And then that's why I can't comment too much on like certain things that in football that's happened before me. But when man would tell me he did this with Aberdeen and all of this, I'm like, yeah, say nothing, bro. I'm not. But then at the same time, I've not seen Fergie's reign from the beginning, so I can't even talk on that because I didn't see him. I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him from about. You know, I'm born in '89, fam. He's managing in what 86, I think, bro.
Yo, well, no, he took over United, if I remember correctly, in '86. So it's like it's before
our
time.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. He was managing United in '86.
Yeah. But that's where you do your due diligence, and what I do is ask people who were there. That's why I asked my dad about these things. All right, what was George Best like? You get me? What was take it back? What was Brian Robson like? Because I only seen the early end of Brian Robson's name. I vaguely remember a Dennis Irwin. So I asked my dad, my uncle. Same way with your kids, you do that with them now. You'll tell them about certain players they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, yeah, he's a baller.
My kids could tell you right now about Deco. There's probably man in there who don't know who Deco is. Do you get what I'm saying? My kids will say phenomenal Ronaldo. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what they will say. You know what I'm saying? My kids, I watch bare football, bro. Like I watch bare football. Like, who's this? Oh, don't you know about my man? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my man's this, and this. Yeah. Watch my man for an hour. Watch my man. Oh, yeah. Where's the matches? Boom. Man will bust some matches. Do you get what I'm saying? But this is what I'm trying to say. I don't comment on United before Fergie because I didn't watch it. Do you get what I'm saying? So my comment's not valid. You get what I'm saying?
So that's where I'll always say that if someone asks me, I don't know, but I've been told this, like how United, it was a graveyard of strikers. My uncle always says this, it was a graveyard for strikers at one point up until Brian McClare, I think he said, was the first one who came in and started scoring goals and then it kicked on from there. You get what I'm saying? And that. So it's like, that's how you do it.
That's all right, then I'll put it to you like this. The first season I watched properly, that was like when I'm sure McClare was still a striker, fam. I'm sure he was still a 9. He might have been falling back. I think the first season I remember might even have been the Cantona season. I was like 3-4, you know. This is what I'm trying to say to man. Yeah. And then I remember Hughes. Hughes was the bad man back then. You know what I'm saying? Man had Hughes, Ince. Do you get what I'm saying? Man had all the videos and all them things there. Do you get what I'm saying? So no one can't tell me I don't know. I literally got like it was like the 93-94 season or all the seasons from like 92, man had them on video, fam. Man literally sat and watched them whole things on video. You get what I'm saying? Every year until it was time for me to understand football myself. You get me? Yeah,
because you learn. But yeah, back on to, we've gone off on a tangent, but this is the Mandem United Podcast on Sarcasm City TV. This is what we do. Shout out Lewis Kirk. I am going to make you a mod as well. He says like, share, subscribe. He says one more like till 60. Hit that 60th like. Because I think this is already our most liked video. And we want to try and top the Mandem United that did a K, but this is already our second most watched video. I know this already, and I'm guessing so. But back onto Zahed made a great point, and he spoke on, do I reckon we need a sporting director? Yes, 1,000% we need a sporting director. Do we need new owners? 1,000% we need new owners, without question. Does Ed Woodward need to be replaced and a DOF come in? 1,000%. But that doesn't change the fact I still believe the manager needs to be changed. That doesn't change the fact that I believe some of these players ain't good enough. But I don't think this squad is as bad as people make out. But while JV goes off, get your questions in. And also let us know where you're watching from as well. So I want to know the country and the city. So get your questions in, number one, and let us know where you're on. Yeah, me. And Ahmed here, he says, we're on 61 likes, guys. Well done. Now I get it to 70. That is big facts. But yeah, that's my whole point on Ollie in it. That he's just, I say the same things because my views don't change. Like I said, I'm just here. I enjoy it. I know the only thing consistent about Manchester United is the inconsistency. That's literally it.
Yes.
That's the only thing consistent about us is that we are going to be inconsistent. That's why when we was doing the previews, we did the preview on Aaron United show. I was on there. I said, I am not convinced we are going to win this game. And I went for a draw. And the reason why I went for a draw, how can I predict my team not to win when we just won 5-0? That makes no sense.
That makes
no sense.
You just made a good point, yeah. Let me draw for these Arsenal people, yeah.
All right, go on, get off your chest.
You, man, are low, fam. Let me just put it to you. You Arsenal fans, you don't even know how low your expectations are going of your team. You're calling a 1-0, a scrappy 1-0 win from a penalty a masterclass. That's not a masterclass. That's not a masterclass. I'm just saying that's not a masterclass. Like, and that man can say I'm salty on this, and that. Bro, you literally won because we gave you a penalty. Other than that, I had no fear in what you man were doing. Like, yeah, Aubameyang might have scored the penalty, but bro, what was he doing? You get what I'm saying? That was a dead match. I'll say this again, and I keep saying it. That was a carbon copy of that Chelsea match. Yeah, if man could do some editing skills and just change the color of the kits. You get what I'm saying?
Fire point. Yo, just make that point again, because that's a fire point. Just make it again because I like it that much. I like it that much. Make that point again.
It's a carbon copy of the Chelsea game. That how you probably made a few more chances, but there was no clear cut. Like there was no. It was a boring game. I'm actually quite concerned.
Go on. What are you concerned about?
I'm concerned that man think they're big teams and you come to play us and we're so dead according to you, and this is how you play. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Chelsea played so dead against us. Like, don't get it wrong, we're dead, and you man are coming to us with 3-4-3s, with 3 centre backs, and you're basically coming to us to defend, bro. So if we're that dead, you come to batter us. Check that one out. Yeah. If we're that dead, you come with your most attacking formation and you do a thing to us. That's why I'm not gonna lie.
Go on.
Jose gets a bit more respect for me because Jose, seeing what was cracking with us, and said, "I'm gonna have a pop at them." Do you get where I'm coming from? And that's Jose, bro.
I get what you're saying with that, but the reason why I defend Arteta more than Lampard, because Arteta doesn't have the tools. Because for all the domination that Arsenal had on the ball, they didn't create much, and that wasn't due to lack of bodies. It was lack of quality. Aubameyang had the shot. He bent round the post. Willian hit the bar. Saka should have scored the free header, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? For all the ball possession they had. So the reason why I give Lampard more criticism is because you have all the tools. You have the tools to come and beat us. You have more than that. You've literally improved your defense. Your midfield was already good anyway, and you've improved your attack. You spent Havertz. All right, Ziyech didn't play, but you got Pulisic, Havertz, and Werner, and you're not creating anything.
Nah, Ziyech, come on. Did not Ziyech not come on against us?
He might have. I can't remember. He was that quiet. I can't remember. That's what I'm saying, and that's credit to our defense. But he was that quiet. That quiet, should I say? This is a great question. I want to answer this here. Chinny. I like the name. Chinny. I like the name. He said, "Bro, what formation do you think we should play going forward?" I personally think 5 man at the back line, but our fan base would hate it. Here's the thing: I agree with you in terms of 5 at the back. That's my preferred formation, because you can get all the attacking midfielders are in. It shows up the defense. All our centre backs to me play better in the free. Shows a better left-sided centre back than he is a full-back or a wing-back. Wan-Bissaka as a wing-back is fine, because then he doesn't. His positional sense, which is one of his weaknesses where he needs to strengthen, is not as exposed as much. And that goes to my point of systems. Because when you're playing in a flat back 4 as a right back, you have to be your positional sense is more important. Your positioning is much more important. I'm not saying it's not important as a wing back, but I'm saying if you go as a wing back, you have the right-sided centre back can come out and defend in them areas. You know what I'm saying? This is why he looks so good against PSG. And I think all our centre backs, like I said, are better in a back 3. Also centre forwards as well. Not centre forwards, attacking midfielders. You can put Bruno, Pogba, Donny, Mattel, any of those, and you can also get 2 strikers on the pitch. So it's like I would prefer the back 5, and I don't think our fan base would hate it. But here's the thing. This is another thing that annoys me, not the question in terms of, so what if our fan base hates it? You're the manager. Get results.
Yes.
You have to be like a parent. You know what I'm saying? Your kid's not always going to like you. But you have to make the best decisions for that kid.
Do you know what it is with him? He's not even got a shut up shop thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like everyone's got a shut up shop thing, you know. Like whether man admit it or not, Liverpool's might just be, they just tell them wing backs, just hold back a bit. Just you know what I'm saying? Just put the brakes on. Just chill a bit. You know what I'm saying? Other man might start throwing on. You know what Mourinho was like? He'll start throwing on centre backs galore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Next man might throw on. Pep does it. Pep tends to bulk out his midfield. Do you get what I mean? He knows that that's where the game can be won or lost. He'll bulk out his midfield. He'll start throwing on extra defensive midfielders or even centre backs. You know what I mean? He'll throw on them, or even like wide players. He'll just bulk out the midfield. Do you get what I'm saying? We could be under siege, and there's not much that Ollie does. He just watches.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're 2-0 down, 2-0 up, 4-0 down, 4-0 up. It's pretty much the same.
There's no change in his approach.
Yes, your approach is just the same. Like you're just going, you're just the same. And the reason why Arsenal fans were celebrating is because I would have been celebrating like that. I'm a shameless fan. No, I don't care.
I wouldn't. That's dead. I honestly think Arsenal are dead.
Arsenal are dead though.
No, but hear me. I think Arsenal are dead. So if we beat Arsenal, it's not an accomplishment. You can't tell me I'm dead and you celebrate like you've won some sort of trophy. This is what I'm saying. You dead North London teams. You've both got your I won at Old Trafford trophy for the season. Yeah, go and put it somewhere in it. Go and put it. Do a parade with it. You know what I'm saying? Go and take your I won at Old Trafford trophy to dampen your memories of getting slapped at us for years. Because that's all it is, bro. It's what I always say about opposition fans when it comes to us. We're the bully who've been banging you out since year 7, bro. And it's got to it's got to after school now, and you're not getting banged out no more. So you think you're live? No, man, you're not live. You can still hold a beating, you know, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying with these teams. They're not like. I'll put it to you this way: if Liverpool beat us 1-0 like that, I don't even think Liverpool fans would have went on like that. I actually don't. I don't think if City beat us 1-0 like that, they would have probably been like, that was closer. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you've literally beat us on a like.
I get what you're saying, but with the Arsenal fans, the level-headed ones, because I know level-headed Arsenal fans. Yeah, you're gonna say it's a masterclass El Neni party, etc., because you're gassed about the win, but they know, and I've spoke to them. Like, obviously, they're gonna give it the big one for social media because that's what it's here for. You get me? You give it the big one for social media, but they know they have a way to go because you have many fans who are asked Arteta out. Like, that's becoming there. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, Ollie in, Ollie out is 50-50. I would say Arteta in, Arteta out is a conversation. I don't think any other top team is having that conversation. Maybe Lampard to an extent, but I don't really hear Lampard out. But it's debatable is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Conrad agrees with JV. He says 100%. Sentiment FC says Lauda Pogba scapegoat in an attacking midfielder forced to defend. I've said this many a time, and JV, no worries.
Makes no sense.
I've said this. Why don't shoehorn him in? That's one of square pegs, square holes. Put square pegs in square holes. You play a left winger on the left wing. You play a right winger on the right wing. You play an attacking midfielder as an attacking midfielder. You play a centre back as a centre back. You play a goalkeeper as a goalkeeper. It's really that easy. Just trying to shoehorn players in. And it's like, that's where the lack of system and tactics. Like, there's a reason Pep, City winning back-to-back titles, had all them players on the bench. Even though it was stacked on the team, shout out my Don Lowe's are there as well. Even though the team was stacked, he would have, say, Asane and Sterling on the pitch. But Amares would be on the bench. Bernardo Silva would be on the bench. But then David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne would be on the pitch. He wouldn't try and get them all on. It's like you're trying to get Donny, Bruno, Pogba, Rashford, Martial, Greenwood all in the same team. It's not going to work. Do I know what the system is? I would say a back five, but then you're paid top money to deal with this. These are decisions you're supposed to be making, and you should have some form of idea. And it looks, shout out to my Don Saeed, you're just freestyling. It looks like you're just freestyling on a game-to-game by basis. And that is not good enough. And everyone in the comments, before we do go, please let us know where you are watching from. Yeah, I mean, we want to know the city and the country where you're watching from. Someone said Toronto at the top of the stream and that, so we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, let us know, please. Shout out my Don JG. He says, I get this. He said mentally it's a big thing as we haven't beaten a top 6 team away in 29 games and United away since 2006. Arsenal have been mentally weak for years, and I agree with that. This is why I think Arteta is a good fit for Arsenal, because you are no longer defensively flimsy. If I'm told correct, Arsenal currently have the best defensive record in the Premier League, and they played Manchester United away, Manchester City away, and Liverpool away. That's incredible. No one would have thought that Arsenal the best defensive record. So I've said this with Arteta. If he is back correctly, I think he could bring success to Arsenal. How far he can go, I don't know, but he's a manager with a clear plan, and a clear philosophy, and I rate that. Yo, JV, go on. You want to say your goodbyes to the people then?
Yeah, I'm just saying, yo, man, I got people from Bulgaria, LA, Antigua, Croydon.
Keep going, people. Yeah, I love that. Shout out, Lauren. Keep it going. I'm gonna shout you all out.
Yeah,
so,
but people,
go on.
I'm gonna dip, yeah. I'm gonna dip people, yeah. But yo, enough love. Shout out all the supporters, yeah. I'm back on Thursday, yeah.
Back on Thursday. I'm gonna stay on with you, lot, because I love you lot that much. But yeah, JV, salute. I'm gonna chat to you shortly, yeah. So Chinny says NYC. Zahid Khan says Cardiff. Lauren Wood says Croydon. Azteca says LA. Yulian says Sofia, Bulgaria. Rant says Antigua. Okay, Caribbean and that. People from all over the world love it. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Ali what is that? Al-Bava says watching from Eastern Saudi Arabia. Big up JV and Flawless. Sentiment FC says man in Bandit Country, Thornton Heath, and Sentiment FC have made you a mod as well. But yeah, back to the point. Any questions you just want to get in before we end the show? Yeah, this is why I'm staying on, and that shout out my Dun JG as well. Make sure you go subscribe to King of the Hill TV. Make sure if you haven't already, click the like button. Mods, get people clicking the like button as well. We appreciate that. Please make sure you share this across all your socials, and also subscribe to the channel, because I'm literally gonna go, because I'm 6:30. I'm on Mr. Aaron United's channel. We'll be previewing the Istanbul game. So make sure. Conrad here said Stoke on Trent. We appreciate that. Lewis Kirk says Manchester. Okay, Manny in the building. It's good to have some Manny brothers in the building. Any questions you have for me, let me know, and I'll stay on for as long as I can answer. Let me know. But yeah, back to the OLE thing. Like I said, me and JV have thoroughly covered it all. And I'll say this again. Even if I don't rate the owners, no. I am Wood without. I am the Glazers out. 1,000%. Wood without, Glazers out. But I'm also OLE out. And that's because OLE, even if the even if the board was great, even if the owners was great, even if we had the perfect players, I still don't believe he's good enough to get Manchester United back to the top. And where that is to me is competing for Premier Leagues and competing for Champions Leagues. That's the pinnacle. That's what Manchester United are aiming for. Has he done a good job with the squad? 1,000%. He's done a good job with the squad. And this is why I want a Poch to come in, because I think Poch would get so much out of this squad. Because if you look at what Poch did with Spurs, okay, it's a black mark that Poch didn't elevate, didn't win a trophy with Spurs. That's a black mark, definitely. That's a black mark. But what he did was elevate them as a club. People are like, oh, they lost in the Champions League final. Spurs should be nowhere near Champions League final. That Spurs side should have been nowhere near Champions League final. They were consistently under him until his last season, finishing in the top 4. Something we never seen with Spurs. And we've seen him do at Southampton, build a squad with a philosophy and elevate that team as well. So if he elevates this Manchester United team, who knows what we could win? Because the squad that Poch would inherit now at Manchester United is miles better than the squad he inherited at Spurs. Miles better. Look at the squad he inherited at Spurs. Bear in mind, he signed a lot of them, man. Who are now there, your Dele Allis, your son, if I remember correctly, Alderweireld, Wanyama. Who else did he sign there? I think Dembele was already there. Eric Dyer. That's why people say what they want. He was an important player for him. And there's probably more as well that I've forgotten. Flawless, you're seeing Giggs getting back. The only wing he will be on is... Oh, one sec. Here we go. He says, Flawless, you're seeing Giggs getting back. The only wing he will be on is the B wing of HMP. Ahmed, you out of order. Sentiment FC says, I know it's the little promotion, my G. Yeah, salute, man. Salute. Yulian says, the problem is there's no longevity with this board. I doubt that Pochettino will stay for more than 3 seasons here, and I don't like that. Who's coming after that? Here's the thing, though. I say this as well. I've said this on previous shows. With the board Manchester United we are not built for long-term success. We're not built for 10, 15 years of success. So the only success we can have is short-term. So even if Poch comes in and he has 2 great years and then the 3rd year it crumbles, if we get a Champions League and a Premier League out of that, either or both, I'd take that. I would take that because that's just the way it is. You don't always get what you want in life, and that's what this is. That's exactly what this is, people. You know what I'm saying? We're not built for long-term success. We got to do a Chelsea where you have one season you're high and then one season down here, and then it just yo-yos like this. It just yo-yos like that's what it is, unfortunately, until these owners and Woodward move on. So that's why I want Poch, but I take any high-level operator. Flawless, if we gave Pochettino the job, Dalot would do a good job. Agree with me? Yes, 1,000%. 1,000% I will. You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. Sorry, I will. 1,000% I believe that, yeah. What is win, lose, or draw? Ollie stays to the end of the season, says Sentiment FC. I don't think he makes it to the end of the season. I don't think he'll make it to the end of the season. Not at all. Not at all. He's literally, with Ollie, it's not if he'll be sacked, it's when. It's not if, it's just when. And it could be Everton, but he'll get sacked. And then I think these players, this is why I think we'll finish in the top 4 this season, because with the players we have, a new manager bounce, and then if that manager's quality as well, i.e. Poch, we'll finish in the top 4. Because the league's not that strong. You already seen the league champions get beat 7. City get beat 5. You get me? City have no David Silva this season because he's left. Liverpool are Van Dijkless. Chelsea have their issues. You know what I'm saying? Spurs with Mourinho, you never know what you're going to get. We've seen Leicester get battered by West Ham, etc. Shout out my big bro, AV8 Spinner. He says Flawless sitting on his throne. Make sure you go subscribe to my bro's channel as well. You know what I'm saying? That's big bro right there. Sentiment says, do you think the United players will down tools if it gets a bit much? I don't know if players will down tools. You know what I mean? I don't ever think players intentionally go out and not try. I think that's a bit much. But I've said this before and I say this again. The losses we've had seem like the players have had enough. They're the type of performances that get managers to sack. Definitely the type. Like the type of performances. The 6-1 against Spurs, the 1-0 against Arsenal, just giving it up. Comrade said Ollie doesn't deserve time. I agree with that. Lauren says Ollie ain't seeing Christmas. Indiana says, how long do we get Poch? Depends there's so many variables. When does he come in? When does he come in? What does he spend? Who does he buy? Who does he sell? Etc. etc. But say for instance he comes in December. All right, let's see what you do to the end of the season. Let's see your buys. Let's see if there's a playing style. Let's see if there's something to build on. Conrad says Ollie spent 250 million and he deserves time. His time's been up. Because the thing is, he actually has a good squad. I think that's what frustrates Manchester United fans. It's definitely what frustrates me, is that Ollie has a good squad, a very good squad, and you're not getting the most out of it. You're not getting the most out of the tools you have. Zahid Khan says 2 years and 300 million later, no progress. And that's the problem. Because I think there has been progress in terms of the playing squad. I keep saying this. The playing squad is better. I look at that team and I'm like, if I'm a top manager, I'm looking at that squad like I can get a tune out of that squad. Because I legit believe Manchester United are only 3 or 4 players from challenging for a Premier League title. I literally believe we're a centre-back, a holding midfielder, and a right winger away. Literally. I think we're a centre-back, a holding midfielder, a right winger away. A left-back, sorry. So that's 4. A left-back, a centre-back, a holding midfielder, and a right winger away. And the centre-back, if Axel is as good and can stay fit, we might not even need the centre-back. So look at that, 3 or 4 players away, but top quality. And the rest, I think, will be fine. Nathan says, Ollie isn't even Cypriot League level. The spend is a myth. If the board don't get your targets, you can't count the money against the manager. You can count the money against the manager because he's still spending it, Indiana. So yes, you can, because the money he spent the money well. I actually like Ollie's recruits. I like Harry Maguire. I think he's a good signing. I like Wan-Bissaka. Dan James gets a lot of stick. I like Dan James. I think you can get more out of him. I don't think he's as bad as people make out. Bruno speaks for itself. Donny van der Beek speaks for itself. They're the 5. If we don't appoint Poch now, someone will appoint him, and Poch has a good coaching staff. Exactly. Someone's looking at Poch. Definitely. Indiana says we don't have a 10 either. I think we don't have a 10 in the traditional sense, but when I think of a 10, I just think of a player with a free role, with 2 DMs behind him. If you give Pogba that role, he will do bits. In Ollie's interim run, which got him the job, and Ollie was in a free role basically on the left of that free, but he had Matic and Herrera doing all his defensive work. It was cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shahama Don Hadzi says, Flawless to Chelsea supporter. You like my tweet? You a joker. You know what I'm saying? You're a joker. Make sure you hit the like button as well, people. Hit the like button on this video. Share it. I can keep talking in it. If you lot keep asking questions, I will keep going. You get me by myself. And this is the first time I've held down a show by myself. But shout out my Don JV each and every time. But this is Mandem United Podcast and Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just go to YouTube, type in Sarcasm City. But yeah, back to my point about Pogba. Yeah, and he was averaging a goal or assist in that period. What did you think of the press conference? Says Robin Lemon. I've not. What's it called? I didn't see his press conference. What did he say? Julian says, imagine to Axel and Upamecano as a centre-back partnership. Maguire, if the captaincy gets taken away from him, can actually be a good partner for Axel. Yeah, definitely. Why not all three? If you're playing a back three, why not Axel, Maguire, Upamecano? That's a quality. That's a centre-back pairing. Well, a centre-back trio, I should say, who can challenge for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Definitely. Lawrence says Wan-Bissaka is your best signing. I ain't going to argue with that. I'm a big fan of Wan-Bissaka. Big fan. Imagine the board actually got all these signings through the door. That's facts. But then this goes back onto my point. If you are given a job and the people who give you the job are not haven't given you the best possible tools to do that job, you should leave. Simple as that. Indiana, that's like me telling you, Indiana, I need you to build me a house. Here's the equipment. And I give you 2 bricks and a hammer. Can't build me a house with that. You know what I'm saying? I use that stupid analogy to say that. Like, resign. You get me? That's what you should do. If you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Realist AC says, yeah, ads, I made you a what's it called in that? Ads, I make you Nathan, no JV slander, man, will remove you for the channel of that. You get what I'm saying? You can disagree, but just keep it civil. What's going on, Flawless? I'm only tuning in now. Got work to do, LOL. Where's JV? So Prime number 1, salute to you each and every time. JV had to dip and I was going to leave, but then people have stayed on. So it's like, I'm going to keep talking. And I've made you a mod as well, Prime, therefore. I think we will be here talking next year, talking about the new manager. Who do you mean, Poch or after Poch? What do you mean, Indiana? Let me know. Do you think we could get Sancho next summer? Yes, definitely. But it depends on who's the manager. I think it depends on who's the manager. Therefore, Sharp, this is my other big bro as well. Fen, activate. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. That is my OG in it. That is big bro right there in it. Said my brother, many blessings to you. Shout out to all the support. Yo, salute to you. You get what I'm saying? And that's big bro right there. Sentiment FC says, what's Ollie's excuse when Arteta is working with average and below average dons like El Neni, Piero, and Bloody Xhaka and Mistake Machine, Mustafi, and Lewis? And that's my point. And Louise, sorry. That's my point. As soon as Arteta went into Arsenal, within a week, 2 weeks, you've seen the difference. You've seen the imprint on the team. With Ollie, we don't see the imprint on the team. Yes, we get good results because we have phenomenal individuals. We have our attacking quality is different. I've said this time and time again. Our attacking quality is different. But when the attacking, say the individual players ain't playing too well, loss of form, injury, suspension, we see it all fall down. After lockdown, we were slapping everybody. And then what happened when the players ran out of steam? And then the manager has to manage and move players. We just played them. And we somehow made it over the line to the top 4. Yeah, Mod Prime. Yeah. You are mod in that. Rivan says, I personally think if you don't know Pogba and you watch him play, you won't pay more than 30 million for him. Not here, but United's toxic. Get me? Everyone, all our best players have been criticized. Pogba, get me, gets criticized. Martial, criticized. Rashford, criticized. Wan-Bissaka, criticized. Maguire, criticized. You know what I'm saying? That's 5. That's 5 of our better players. You know what I mean? That's 5 of our first teamers, and they all get it. It's no accident. Bruno will get it soon. He's kind of got it to an extent in terms of being just freestyling and not sticking to position. Even Bruno. So that's 6. That's 6 of our first. That's half a team. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying whoever the new manager is, nothing will change. Back to the first window, not in the next. In the next few gets the sack, we start again with new plans, ideas. When will it end? It won't end. But I said this before. I don't know if he was on Indiana, so I'm going to say this again. United are not built for long-term success. We are not built for long-term success. So therefore, we have to look at short-term success. What are we supposed to do? Just stick with Ollie and not do anything? We're just going to stop trying. To me, that makes no sense. You go and get a Poch. And here's the thing. I'm a fan of Poch. But if Poch comes in and does as bad a job as Ollie's done, I will say get Poch out and get the next manager in. And if that manager doesn't work, get another one in. And then another one and another one until you get to it. Get me? It took us 26 years to get to Fergie after the successful years. 26 years. It's like, say we would have that attitude, then United wouldn't have had all them. That's how it works. Same way, if you have a striker, if the striker's not good enough, you move him on and get another striker in. And if that striker's not good enough, you move him on and get another one and another one until you find one. This is how it works. That's football for you. But yeah, like I said, people, I will stay on for as long as you want me to in that. But I'm supposed to be going over to Mr. Aaron United's channel. So once he does go live, I will be over there. But yeah, please make sure it's Sarcasm City TV, Mandem United Podcast. Please make sure you hit the like button on this video. Whether you're watching live right now or you're watching this back, hit the share button also and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Luke Shaw gets it even when he plays well, to be honest. And that's a part of it as well. It's very toxic. It's toxic from top to bottom. What does my Don Nuruddin always say? It's United like a fish rots from the head. Prime Rooney or Prime York? Ooh, that's a good question still. I go Prime York. Even though his prime was shorter than Rooney's, I go Prime York. I'm just a big York and Cole. I just loving it. Lauren Wood said Rooney, but Sentiment FC says York all day. You know what Ollie's doing in terms of academy players signing the best in Europe. Also, I think another season with Ollie before we can really judge. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? We can judge now. When you're 100 games in, you can be judged. You can definitely be judged when you're 100 games in. Definitely. And it's not been good enough. Everything backs this up. You know what I'm saying? You spent money. You have your own players. And nothing's improved. There's no progress apart from the playing squad. I think the quality of how we got better players, but the results have gone worse. You know what I'm saying? Man said without Cole is Prime Rooney. You're a joker. You're a joker. Yeah, but before I go again, people, let me know where you're watching from. I like that. Let me know where you are watching from. And I want the city and the country, not just the city, not just the country. I want both. Let me know where you're watching from. If you have people all over the world watching, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Because Mandem United Podcast, we go live every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. That's every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. We go live on this channel. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Ollie's got to go because it's not emotional with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have emotional attachments when I'm judging you as a manager. I have an emotional attachment to you as a player. But as a manager, nah. I don't, because I don't think you're best for what's Manchester United, and that's all I want. I want to be wrong. I've said this time and time and time and time again. I want to be wrong about Ollie. I want everyone who's Ollie in. I want Indiana and all the other people who are Ollie in to be right about this. I don't see it. We're 15th. This squad is not the 15th best squad, and us being 15th is not the Glazers' fault. It's not Woodward's fault. That's on Ollie and the players. That's on Ollie and the players, no doubt whatsoever. Like, that can't be disputed. Yo, Ads, you're a joker. I'm going to time you out. You hear me? I ain't know this guy, but I swear you're a Chelsea fan. You're a joker. If you was the United manager, they give you 150 mil. Who would you get? Ooh, that's a good question. Who would I get? A left back? I don't know what left back, but I definitely get a left back number one. Upamecano and Didi. I'd go and get Sancho. Yeah, that's who I get. Yeah. That's who I'd get. Manchester United are the only Premier League team not to have shot from inside the 6-yard box this season, and that's terrible. Look at our attacking players. How do you have the quality we have going forward, and that's a start? Manchester United are the only Premier League team not to have a shot from inside the 6-yard box this season. If Ollie goes, who would you want, bro? First choice is Poch, but I would take a Nagelsmann or another high-level operator, an Allegri, for instance. That's why a high-level operator, but he's my first choice. I'm not emotional about it if I'm Ollie in. If Poch comes in tomorrow, I'm Poch, and if he gets the sack, I'm the next man in. Okay, so you just back the manager. Okay, you back the manager regardless. All right, fair enough. Richard Cutler says Darlington, UK. Hey, salute, man, watching in Darlington. Oh, yeah, Prime United did just buy a left back. My bad. You know me? I'm tired, man. I'm tired from. You know what I'm saying? United did. I forgot about Tellers because he's only played one game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so excuse the left back. So yeah, Upamecano and Didi, because I can't think of a better DM off the top of my head right now, but that might change. But yeah, Upamecano and Didi, Sancho. Yeah, that's who I go with. The players mainly, let's be honest now, they don't try hard enough sometimes like they didn't against Arsenal. And that's true. And that's why I said the players have to be held accountable. But then the manager does, because when the team plays well and we beat Leipzig 5-0, the players get praise, the manager gets praise. So then when we lose like we do to Arsenal, the players should be criticized and Ollie should be criticized. I'm very balanced. People who've watched me on any footballing podcast on YouTube. No, I'm extremely balanced. Just because I'm Ollie out doesn't mean I won't give Ollie his flowers. I'm the first to give someone his flowers, just in general. So it's like, yeah, if you play well, you get praise. You know what I'm saying? If you don't play well, you get criticized. That's what it is. The season United was supposed to close the gap between Liverpool and City, and now top four hope is diminishing. Yeah, we wanted the team to go again. We did. We wanted the team to go again, 1,000%. But the board didn't back him. But he still got, this transfer window wasn't as bad as everyone made out. We still got Tellez, who improves the first team. Donny, who definitely improves the squad, and you could argue improves the first team. You got Cavani, who's another one who definitely improves the squad and improves the first team. Look at our bench. Our bench is miles better. Everyone was talking at the back end of last season about how dead our bench was. Now the bench is much better. Julian says, I wouldn't mind us getting Declan Rice. That guy has a strong mentality and quality. I'm not a fan of Declan Rice at all. I'm not a fan. Not regardless, I haven't seen enough to blame the manager. For me, it's too soon. If I believe the board would back a Poch, I would say sack Ollie right now. I just don't want to see another rebuild. Here's the thing with that, though. I think Poch would just build on what, it's not another rebuild, because I don't see him coming in and shifting a lot of pieces out. I think he adds to it. And he gets rid of the players we don't want to see here. Rojo, Jones, them types. Hear me? Ollie's made it an easier job for the next man. He set this up. He's reached his ceiling. Okay, pass it on to the next man now. That's what he's done. All these 6 games in right now, and it's the weirdest season ever yet. Facts. It's hella weird. This season is hella weird. Definitely. Hella weird, man. But again, people, make sure you hit the like button on this. Hit the like button on this live. You get what I'm saying? And if you're watching this back, hit the like button, because we were on like 60. I don't know how many we're on now, but here's what it is. Shout out all the mods. Big up to everyone supporting. Like, we really appreciate it. And that, you know what I'm saying? Ollie is a goner, not a United fan, but I think United need Allegri more than Poch. Crazy, but I'll say why. I would take an Allegri, though. Just because Poch is my first choice doesn't mean if Allegri came in, I'd be mad. Poch just happens to be my first choice. But Allegri is also on my shortlist. Matic is better than Rice, and Rice doesn't get in that midfield with Fred, Bruno, and Pogba. Facts. I'm not a fan of Rice. I'm really not a fan of Declan Rice. I don't see the hype. If there's a West Ham fan watching, maybe you lot can tell me, but I'm not a fan. Definitely not. But this squad is not that far away. This squad is not that far away. Like I said, to me, you had a centre-back, a holding midfielder, on a right winger. United can challenge for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. It's only 3. Yeah, big up the mud team. Poch has good coaching staff, unlike Ollie. Yeah, because Poch is a quality operator. And I think he's a very good manager who could become a great manager. This could be his moment. And when he was on MNF, he basically did a come and get me plea. So Manchester United just need to go knock on his door, talk to him, and get the deal sorted and get it done, because all he's done out here. That's what it is. But before I go, what's everyone's predictions for the Istanbul game? Actually, what's everyone's predictions for the Istanbul game, and also their predictions for the Everton game, score lines, etc. Flawless still here, just ENG. Yeah, man. I know ads. You know what I mean? Shout out my young G ads each and every time. Like I say, it's a Mandem United podcast. Allegri will help with United's defense. Maybe his tactics can actually fit and help Maguire's. I think we would be defensively stronger, definitely. Without question. Bruno and Pogba aren't defensive midfielders. Matic needs a replacement. He can't play every game. But yeah, that's the point. That's how you manage your squad. If Matic, to me, is a good squad player, if you bring him in, like when you brought him in against Leipzig, and we won 5-0, he did his job. But Allegri is really good offensively too. It's overlooked. That's a fair point. Facts. Have to disagree. Facts are every manager has his own ideas, own way of playing, what certain players are, and his own style. How many players? I agree with that. But in terms of every manager having their own ideas, own way of playing, etc. But I don't agree with he'd get rid of a lot of them players. No chance. Who's he gonna get rid of? I'm asking you, Indiana. Who is he really gonna get rid of or not? I don't see him getting rid of a lot of players. Just the players, like I said, your Joneses and your Rojos. I don't see him getting rid of a lot of players. Sandra Hussein says 3-1 Man United against Istanbul and 1-1 versus Everton. What do you think if Ollie loses to Everton? Will he be sacked? Ritvik. Do I think he'll be sacked? Yeah, I do. If the defeat is heavy. If it's a heavy defeat, yes. I think he'll 1,000% be sacked. 1,000% be sacked. Rice isn't on the capable level to be playing with Fred, Bruno, Pogba, and Donny. Simple, straight facts. All right, adds in it. Tokyo-ish. Julian says 2-0 United against Istanbul and 1-0 versus Everton. So you're saying back-to-back wins. If James plays against Manchester United, hard to tell the score, to be honest. True. If Rodriguez does start, then it's different. You get me a wall, please, fam. Once here, you get me doing this on my own. Shout out my boy Lowe's in the building. But yeah, I hope so. I can see us beating Istanbul without question. I think Manchester United will beat Istanbul, no doubt. But in terms of Everton, I don't know. Depends on Bless. It depends on the lineup. Depends on the lineup. That's what it is. Depends on the lineup, how he sets up. Does he go with a diamond? Does he revert back to type with the 4-2-3-1? Does he play a back three? To me, I would go with the back three. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, there's 30 people watching. Please make sure you've all hit the like button in here, because I keep saying this, I'm going to go, and then I'll just carry on. Like I say, if you lot have more questions, let me know. And also as well, I tell everyone, I know the channel isn't yet eligible for monetization. We're working towards that. Thanks to you lot. You know what I'm saying? The watch hours is going up. So thank you very much to you lot. What I am going to do for the next show is there's a Sarcasm City Patreon. It's patreon.com/Sarcasm City Podcast. And I will add a bit in there, so you can ask questions in there. And what me and JV will do is a Mandem United Patreon special. And all we will do, we'll still go live, but we'll only answer questions that were from the Patreon. So it could be a 5-minute show, could be 55 minutes, depending on how many questions you ask. We've been trying to get rid of Jones for 5 years, true. But at least he's not playing. He might be getting paid, but at least Jones is not playing. But yeah, back to the Patreon. Let me know if that's a good idea. Let me know if you want that, because then you'll get an extra episode of the show a week. So please let us know. Yeah, man. Ad says like, share, subscribe. Big facts. Q, who will Ed Fraud would let the manager sell? I think if they get good money, they'll sell players. I think if a decent bid came in for a Rojo or Jones, they would play. Yeah. Sanjar says, Flawless, do you want Cavani to start against Istanbul? Yes. I'd like to see Cavani and Martial. That's the two I want to see. Cavani needs to get up to speed, and obviously Martial's been suspended in the Premier League, and he played well against Leipzig, so I'm hoping that's the two up front within the back three system, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, let me know if the Patreon thing is a good idea, and then even if it's just me, I'll do it like this. Because I've had a few people ask me about super chats. I had 3 or 4 people like, oh, try to super chat. I can't. But like I said, because of you lot, because of the supporters, because of the Sarcasm citizens, you know what I'm saying, the Mandem United elite, we are getting towards our goal of monetizing the channel. Sentiment FC says 3-2 United versus Istanbul and 2-2 versus Everton. I could see a draw. I could see all 3 results, to be honest. I could see the players responded when we don't expect them to, and they well. I could see a draw. I just think if Ollie gets battered, like he has done there in the past, I was at the 4-0 game 2 seasons ago. If it's like that, he'll get sacked. If I remember correctly, Moyes got sacked there, did he not? Was it not 3-1 against Everton? I might be wrong there. Can't remember. My memory's terrible. Oh, yeah. That's what it is, but I am going to go, people. But yeah, let me know about the Patreon quickly before I go. Please do that. And make sure you check out all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV. So not only do we have the Mandem United podcast, which is myself and JV, we also have the boxing show, Big Fights, Big Nights Only, with myself, JK, and Jesse. They're my 2 dons from the US. We preview and recap all big boxing bouts. You have Walk to the Octagon, which is a UFC MMA show. You know what I'm saying? That's hosted by Beans, Lindrix, and Stroh. We also have the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, which is just question and answer. We answer questions, not just about Manchester United, about all teams, all sports, and that's myself, Toxian, and also as well, where it all started, the Sarcasm City podcast channel. The Sarcasm City podcast that goes live on this channel every Sunday, 7 p.m. That's a non-footballing podcast also. Ahmed says, big up yourself, Flawless. Salute, man. Manager has no power over ins and outs. Glazers Woodward's priced them out and moves away. Again, won't change with new manager, just another rebuild. Okay, but within that rebuild, then we might win a trophy. That's better than this. Yeah, man. Ad says, ad signing out. Big on my OG. Flawless. Salute. Yeah, man. Respect. I appreciate it. Yeah, but that's my point, Indiana. Yeah, it's another rebuild. So let's go with that. That rebuild might be successful. It might be successful. And I say success in terms of trophies, because we ain't winning nothing with Ollie. Ain't winning nothing with Ollie. But yes, people, I am going to go. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who does this by themselves, innit? I can just talk and talk and talk. But I appreciate all the support. But again, yes, before I go, let me just do the promotion of everything. Please make sure if you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit that like button on it. You know what I mean? Whether you're watching on Twitter, or you're watching on Facebook, or you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Share it across all your socials. So your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, TikTok, wherever else. Share it across all your socials. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we go live. Yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying. Also, this podcast and audio of a podcast on Sarcasm City TV are available in audio-only platforms. So if you type in Sarcasm City where you listen to regular podcasts, you'll find this show. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, etc., etc. But yes, people, I'm Flawless Mr. Take Note. This has been the Mandem United Podcast on Sarcasm City TV.